Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So this is, I'm going to crow a bit now. I'm going to go, look who was right, because I was right. So I thought at the beginning of this year, when the Biden government seemed to be something that's actually happening, that there was going to be some fallout from that. And what I thought was that there was going to be reality would meet the narrative. We've had lots of narratives pumped into us by the media over the years. Now we have like reality meeting that narrative, and it was going to. I thought it was just going to fall apart. I didn't know it was going to fall apart quite as much as it did, which is breathtaking. I didn't realize how much they would fail so incredibly quickly, but they did, right? Good for them. So you have all these celebrities that were so convinced about so many things, and so many people were so convinced about so many. I have a neighbor. I live in this super religious town in the middle of Samaria in Israel, right? We have like one person who was big in the bag for Democrats. Everybody else preferred Trump. Actually, no. People just generally they kind of were reviled by Trump. I liked him because I like people being kind of cool, so it just makes me smile. But I think, generally speaking, people were put off by him. And the more feminist you were, the more you'll be put off for him. And I think the reason for that is because I think he makes women feel dirty, right? That's my working theory right now. I think especially liberal women feel dirty because like Me Too, the abuses of women within, I would say, liberal society. No, I don't think you get the same sort of abuses outside of Hollywood or Washington or any place with power and money. So it's a societal problem, right? I think women agreed to make sex transactional, especially in Hollywood, right? Casting couch only works if somebody says, I will give you this bit part in an ad if you suck my dick, and you go, okay, I'll suck your dick, right? Then it's going to work, right? And I think Trump was a reflection of that moral degradation. And it just made people angry. The other reason it made people angry is because he made fools out of everyone, right? There ended up being lots of egg on their face, but not quite as much as has been since January, since the Biden government started, again, with total and complete failure. So these people were so unbelievably committed to their insanity. Oh, I was saying, I have one neighbor who was big in the bag for that still, and they believed with every fiber of their being that critical race theory, which is the theory that says that white people are intrinsically racist and black people are intrinsically victims, and you cannot break out of those of that reality under any circumstances. And the Western world is built on white supremacy. Was being taught indoctrinating their children in school. Didn't believe it at all. So they totally believed it was some kind of Fox News slur, right? So they don't treat critical race theory in kindergarten. No, they tell the truth, but they lie at the same time. Yeah, that's right. They're not teaching the college schools critical race theory to 4-year-olds. That's true. They are teaching the tenets of critical race theory to 4-year-olds. It's something very different, right? But completely convinced about it, and then the narrative hit reality. And it all came out. We're seeing the same thing with Jesse Smollett. Saw the same thing with Carl Rittenhouse. Well, we're seeing the same thing. Here's why I'm crying. The thing I predicted was we're going to see these insane celebrities, going insane, going absolutely insane. And that's what this video is about. Will Wheaton, a person with pretty much not much going for him at all, got lucky and is now completely irrelevant, has egg all over his face. And this is how somebody reacts when they're irrelevant, with egg all over their face. Look, Big Bang Theory is over, mate. You're a joke casting there, but it's not like you're a real actor that anybody gives a crap about. And I think that's got to be a hard reality to deal with. So we're going to be looking at how he's dealing with that hard reality poorly. Before we get into it, as I said, like, share, subscribe. I'll definitely subscribe. That'd be fantastic. Double dozy. Thank you very much. As of right now, I'm about 5-6 subscribers away from 3,300, I think. YouTube just took a bunch off them, put some back. I don't understand how this works. I don't understand. But like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things are very nice. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at this article. From the wonderful Bounding and Comes. I did think about going from Bleeding Cool, which is the other side of the spectrum, who basically reports the story that Will Wheaton was stunning and brave. I prefer, from this angle, Will Wheaton to be portrayed as a moron, which he clearly is. Will Wheaton calls Dave Chappelle a bigot and a piece of shit after Netflix announces the comedian will headline Netflix is a jokes festival. Yeah, again, this is somebody else. He completely believed the Carl Rittenhouse narrative that he's a white supremacist, right? Didn't matter. The truth didn't. Reality met narrative, and it broke him. It absolutely broke him. Who wrote this one? Let me see. John O'Trent, so this should go pretty quickly. I read a really good article on my live stream last night by somebody called, last name was Slade. Really good. So he took to Facebook and said, absolutely disgusted. Every single comedian is on the measurement door unless and until this despicable bigot is uninvited. Despicable bigot. Okay, you obviously haven't listened to a word he said. You just want to be outraged. No, you're just bonkers, right? You are just bonkers. Why? Because everything you believed in has been proved to be false. That's why you're bonkers. It's not complicated to work out. That's why you're bonkers. Everything you believed has been proved to be false. And this is what it looks like. Uninvited, for God. Yeah, there's a central part of Jewish philosophy is that we live in a condition called galut, right? Galut is exile, right? But the Jewish people are exiled from our ancestral homelands. Well, we come back now the last 40 years, 70 years ago. That's quite nice. But the exile is said to begin and end with the destruction of the Jewish temple in Jerusalem, right? So that was kind of like a tether, an antenna to God, right? And the whole world has been plunged into darkness since it was completely destroyed, 2,000 years ago. So the reason that happened, the thing that broke the straw that broke the camel's back is people were not nice to each other. They cancelled one another, right? Cancel culture was going on 2,000 years ago as well. And there was a part. This is in the Babylonian Talmud. There was a party where somebody called Kamsa was invited, and some Bar Kamsa was invited, and instead they invited Kamsa. The person they invited was the wrong person, who was in a fight with the guy who was throwing the party, and so he said to throw him out. He said, "Please don't do it, embarrass me." Just throw him out anyway. Uninvited him, right? And that's the straw that broke the camel's back. That put us all into a 2,000-year darkness. You know that feeling of disconnection? You know that you feel the purple is there. That's all an expression of this thing called galut. And when the temple was standing, as one of the miracles was that wasn't going on in the world, if you believe it or not. But again, the point is, he's saying uninvite him, and I think a more enlightened philosophy says uninviting people is a very bad thing to do. Any comedian as part of this should be ashamed of themselves. Netflix may not believe in holding this piece of shit account to account. Again, what did he do? He said, stop being drama queens to trans people who are being drama queens. Look at this. There's a story I saw yesterday. Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on a second. I think I got the screen grab. This really, here it is. This really exemplifies what the issue is. Hang on, this is just there we go, opening up. You want to tell us that very strange, abnormal behavior is normal. It's not. Okay? If you want to wear a dress and you're a bloke and call yourself a woman, that's fine. For all I know, you might be a woman, right? I don't know. Again, I'm not the creator of the universe, but I just think maybe we should believe in the science. That doesn't seem to be too crazy a thing to do. Oh yeah, this thing's open up. So this is exactly what Dave Chappelle was talking about right here. Let's open this up. Yeah, I'll move this over here and shrink it down a touch so we can see it. This is from the Daily Mail. Non-binary recruitment company CEO slams travel industry colleagues after being labelled the man in a dress at a trade show. We're like, you are the man in the dress. It's not everything okay to assume someone's gender. You got a beard, you idiot cunt. What do you think? Oh God, what are you, the bearded lady? Yeah, no, it is okay. It is okay to say the vast majority of humans throughout the entirety of our existence, in the universe, the entirety of our species' existence, has said there's masculine, there's feminine, and kind of like that's a cornerstone. Yeah, it is okay. It is okay to assume something. Most of the time, it works out. And why is this in female? I don't know. But this is what Dave Chappelle was talking about. Yeah. I'm not saying you don't exist. You clearly exist. You clearly believe that you're a woman, okay? Or you believe you enjoy saying you're a woman. That's as far as you clearly believe that, right? But like, why does the entirety of society need to reorder itself around about a teeny tiny minority? I mean, like under 0.5%, like tiny. So they don't feel bad. They're still going to feel bad because they're a bit weird. Okay, they're a bit weird. So again, piece of shit to account. Nobody's held them to account. But look, listen. Here's the truth. The public spoke. The public spoke, and they said they wanted Dave Chappelle, and they don't want your bullshit. That's what happened, and that's why you're shitting yourself. But you all have to live with the choices you make to perform with him. I'll be honoured. Then he concluded, and everyone at Netflix who is part of this. Trans rights are humans' rights, and words matter. Okay, really? Words matter, do they? Did the words of Jesse Smollett matter to you? Did the words of the judge in the Carl Rittenhouse case matter? No. And yet. It's not a human right not to be made fun of. Not even that Dave Chappelle made fun of them. Right? It's not a human right. Yeah. It's if you want to be equal, you've got to have the piss taken out of you. Gays manage it. No, Jews manage it. Yeah, black people manage it to a lesser extent. In all fairness, that probably still was a bit raw. Okay, the whole roots thing. But although we had the Holocaust since then, screw off. We're fine. You can chill out too. So then he came. Then he added this other thing. Edit. 12 hours later, an important follow-up thought. You mean your first thought, which after he got his ass handed to him relentlessly on social media. It's very easy for me to sit in my chair and issue edicts about what other people should do. I think the edict was more about what you are, your success that you're not enjoying, right? I think that was it. That's presumptuous, really, you think? And overwhelms a larger point than I made in a comment earlier. What? I'm a dick, yeah. Which is... Also, in its own post, I withdraw my outburst. If you withdraw it, delete it, you ignorant cunt. No. You don't withdraw it because it's still there. And I regret saying it, so delete it. Delete it and say, what I said before, I was mad. I was like, I don't know if anyone cares. Oh, I care. I care because I like to take the piss out of you. But I guess I do, and I want to own it. You don't own anything. Apologize to Carl Rittenhouse, okay? For anybody who generally doesn't understand why I feel so strongly as I do about people like Chappelle making transphobic comics, name one in context transphobic comment. Name one comment that indicates that he doesn't like people because they're trans. Name one. Again, and that's the problem. Your narrative hit reality, and your ass has been handed to you. That's what's going on. That passed off as jokes. Again, you haven't heard it. It was a heartfelt story. God, and what do you want me to tell you? Insisting that a guy who wears a dress with a beard, you don't call him the guy in the dress. That's weird. Okay, that's weird. Don't be a weirdo. And it's not a joke. It's like saying the guy in the dress. We want to which one? The tall one, the short one, the one with the beard? No, the one that dress, mate. I want to share a story. I hope we all understand and contractualize my actions as behavior. Oh, God. When I was 16, I played ice hockey almost every night at a local rink. Oh, God, this is just him trying to make himself sound good. Goalie, there was always needed goalies, so I would always show up with my blah, blah, blah. One night, I played a couple of hours of pickup with some really great dudes. They were friendly, funny. I enjoyed the game. They treated me like I was part of the team. They welcomed me. Said after we finished, we were all in the locker room and changed into our regular clothes. Before I could tell what happened next, somebody put a dick up my ass. No, I want to speak specifically about the comedy and how much I loved it growing up. I listened to all the records. What are you talking about? What? We're going to pause it. Okay, fine. So you're saying he likes Eddie Murphy, the ice cream. Okay, fine. What happened in your idiot story? There was extensive homophobic material that is just effing appalling. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can call somebody a faggot cunt and be loving. Okay, I hate to say this, right? I honestly, I think I could probably, say that to problem. If I was hanging out with him, having a drink, I'd say, "You faggot cunt." You know, I could. But you take that out of context, because he's my mate. I don't care who he talks to, who he sleeps with, right? But you hook-nosed Jew. People can call each other that, and it's okay. This is progressive fragility. They talk about white fragility. No, this is progressive fragility. And we're seeing it, how fragile they are. Because, again, their world is falling apart. Okay, blah, blah, blah. It was all about dehumanizing. It wasn't. It was about humanizing gay people. That was the thing. When you can just relax and take the piss out of each other, you have equality. You know, and I'm sorry you live in Hollywood and you're not very clever and you're a shit character on a great show that they wrote out, right? I'm sorry that all happened, right? But let me put this another way. A comedian who I thought was one of the funniest people on the planet totally normalized a mockery of gay people. No, he didn't. I disagree with you. I disagree. I do not believe there was any hatred in Eddie Murphy's heart. I really generally don't. Gay people, and because I was privileged white kid, you were a privileged white kid, but nothing to do with you being white. It's just you privileged, raised by privileged white parents. God, you live in such insane. But this is what social media has done to us, right? These algorithms have worked out. The more crazy they can make you, the more money they can make, right? That's basically what's happened. They work, the more crazy they can make, the more money they can make, the more engaged you are. And so he believes what white people are evil. He believes he's evil. He's never done anything, but he believes he needs to say sorry, right? Blah, blah, blah. Really? I can't. Shut up, Wesley. I think that's where I am. Shut up, Wesley. Go on. Look, if you want to read more of it, go to... I can't do it. Oh, my God. Look at this. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh, man. And you know, the whole thing is just falling apart. The whole, get rid of Dave Chappelle is just falling apart. I'm looking forward to this Netflix. It's a joke. I love their stand-up comedy. But what I love most is, I think, the power of the incredible, stunning and brave trans world seems to be waning, right? It seems to be waning, which I think is just good news for everybody. And again, I'm not erasing anybody. Live how you want to live. That's a good thing. Just coexist. Coexist is a good thing to do, and I just don't think people like Will Wheaton are able to do it. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.